Hey guys, welcome back everyone. This is going to be the only guide you will need to diagnose, fix, and reset the service electronic stability control on the Dodge Charger. That service electronic stability control warning message on your Dodge is not just another random dashboard warning light. The ESC system is a safety feature. It is what helps keep your car stable in rain, sharp turns, and emergency maneuvers. So when it shuts off, it simply needs your attention. And the good news is, it is not a major failure. However, the bad news is, if you only reset it without fixing the cause or the problem, you put yourself and other drivers at safety risk. And be rest assured that you are going to keep seeing the light pop up again and again until the issue is fixed. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to diagnose what triggered it, what to check first, and how to reset the service electronic stability control on a Dodge Charger correctly so you can drive with confidence again. So, let's get right onto it. And guys, if you are new to our channel and have not already, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our videos. We create helpful videos to guide you step by step on diagnosing and fixing issues on your vehicles. Also, like and leave us a comment below if this video helped you. Now, moving on, what exactly is the ESC light? Electronic Stability Control, or ESC, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the most important safety systems on your Charger, actively working behind the scenes every time you're driving your vehicle. So while driving, if your rear end starts sliding during a wet turn, if you swerve to avoid something in the road, if traction changes suddenly, the ESC system applies brake pressure to individual wheels and reduces engine power to keep the car pointed where you're steering. You usually never notice it working, until it stops working. When that warning appears, the car is telling you it has disabled that protective safety net because something in the system is no longer reporting correctly. Now here's what most people do wrong. They disconnect the battery, clear the light, and hope it never comes back. Sometimes that works. Most of the time, it doesn't. So instead of guessing, we're actually going to fix the problem once and for all. First, I want you to pay attention to your dashboard. When the service electronic stability control message appears, do you also see the ABS light? Maybe the traction control light. If multiple lights are on together, that's not random. That's your first clue. On Dodge Chargers, the most common cause of the ESC warning is a wheel speed sensor issue, not the transmission, not the engine, a small sensor near one of your wheels. Here's how this works. Each wheel on your Charger has a speed sensor mounted near the wheel hub. That sensor monitors how fast each wheel is rotating. The ESC system compares the speed of all four wheels. If one wheel suddenly reads differently than the others, the system thinks you're losing traction. But if the sensor itself is damaged or the wiring is interrupted, the system gets confused and shuts itself down. So imagine you hit a pothole, or maybe you drove through deep water, or maybe a small rodent got into your wheel well. That thin sensor wire near your brake assembly can get damaged very easily. When that happens, the ESC light comes on. Before you even lift the car or remove a wheel, there's something simple you can do. Sit in the driver's seat and plug in an OBD2 scanner. If you've never used one, it plugs into a small port under your dashboard, just below the steering wheel area. Turn the ignition on and scan for codes. If you see a code that starts with C0031, C0034, C0050, or anything referencing a wheel speed sensor, you've likely found your issue. That code is telling you exactly which wheel to inspect. Now, turn the steering wheel of your car fully to one side so you can see behind the front tire. Shine a flashlight behind the brake rotor. You'll see a thin wire running into a small black plastic component mounted near the wheel hub. That's the wheel speed sensor. Look closely at the wire. Is it hanging loose? Is it cut? Is the connector dirty or corroded? Sometimes the fix is as simple as cleaning the connector and securing it properly. And yes, that alone can make the warning disappear after you clear the code. That is, if it is the only cause of the ESC lights in the first place. If the wire is damaged or the sensor is cracked, replacing it is not nearly as complicated as people think. Once the wheel is removed, the sensor is usually held in by a small bolt. Unplug the connector, remove the bolt, install the new sensor, reconnect it, and that's it. Clear the code and take the car for a drive. In many cases, the light stays off and the system is fully restored. But what if your scanner doesn't show a wheel speed sensor code? What if the light came on after you replaced your battery? That's another common scenario. The ESC system is extremely sensitive to voltage changes. If your battery was weak or recently disconnected, the steering angle sensor can lose its calibration. The steering angle sensor tracks how far your steering wheel is turned. If the system thinks your wheels are pointed slightly left when they're actually straight, ESC won't operate properly. Sometimes recalibrating it is surprisingly simple. Start the engine, turn the steering wheel fully left, then fully right, then bring it back to center. Drive straight for several minutes. In some cases, that's enough for the system to relearn its position. If the warning disappears, you just solved it without replacing a single part. Now let's talk about battery voltage. Open the hood and look at your battery. If your charger struggles to start, if the lights flicker slightly, or if the battery is older than 3 years, low voltage could be the trigger. ESC modules require stable voltage. A weak battery can cause the system to flag errors, even if nothing mechanical is wrong. Testing the battery, or replacing it if it's failing, can completely eliminate the warning. There's another situation that catches people off guard. You had an alignment done recently. After picking up the car, the ESC light appears. That usually points back to the steering angle sensor calibration. When the front-end geometry changes, the system sometimes needs recalibration. A scan tool with calibration capability can handle that, or a shop can perform it quickly. Now here's something important. If you're seeing ESC, ABS, traction control, and brake warning lights all at once, and your scanner shows communication codes like U0121, that could indicate an ABS module issue. That's less common, but more serious. The ABS module is the brain that communicates with the ESC system. If it fails internally, it requires repair or replacement. But do not jump to that conclusion unless you've scanned for codes first. I want to pause here because this is where most viewers either stop watching or make a mistake. Do not skip the scanning step. The code narrows the problem instantly. Guessing wastes time and money. Scanning takes minutes and gives direction. Now let's talk about driving with the light on. If only the ESC light is illuminated and your brakes feel normal, you can drive cautiously. The car will not suddenly spin out. However, the stability assist feature will not intervene if you lose traction. If you see a brake warning light along with ESC, or if braking feels abnormal, that's when you stop driving and address it immediately. Imagine two different drivers. One sees the light and ignores it for months. Eventually, rain hits, traction breaks loose during a turn, and there's no electronic correction. The other driver scans the code the same day, replaces a $40 sensor, and restores full system protection. The difference isn't luck, it's an action. There's also something simple you can check that many people overlook. Open the fuse box under the hood. Look at the diagram on the lid. Find the fuses labeled ABS or ESC. If one is blown, replacing it could restore the system instantly. It's rare, but it happens. Now, let's address resetting properly. Clearing the code with a scanner after fixing the root cause is the correct way. Disconnecting the battery can clear temporary faults, but if the issue is still present, the light will return the moment the system runs its self-check. After clearing codes, drive at various speeds and make gentle turns. If the system passes its checks, the warning will remain off. Here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to assume the transmission is failing. I don't want you to replace parts randomly. And I don't want you to believe that this warning automatically means a 4-figure repair bill. On Dodge Chargers, most ESC warnings trace back to a sensor, wiring, or voltage issue. Think about how small that sensor is. It's a tiny component responsible for relaying wheel speed data thousands of times per minute. If that data stops, the system shuts down for safety. It's not punishing you, it's protecting you from inaccurate inputs. If your charger recently drove through deep water, if you live in an area with heavy road salt, or if you've had suspension work done, those factors increase the likelihood of a wheel sensor issue, and knowing that makes diagnosis faster. At this point, you should be able to picture where everything is. You know the OBD port is under the dashboard. You know the wheel sensors sit behind the brake rotors near the hubs. You know the battery sits under the hood, and that voltage stability matters. You know the fuse box location, and you understand how the steering angle sensor plays into this. Now, if you find this video to be helpful, you will also love this other video on diagnosing a torque converter and transmission problem. The video link will be below and in the card here.